How to do, y'all? This is John, and today we are talking about Echo Valley, a new movie out on Apple TV right now. And in Echo Valley, it deals with this mother, played by Julianne Moore, whose daughter appears before her. She has blood on her. She, was panicking because she accidentally killed somebody. And after that, this sort of cat and mouse thing starts to happen between these two and this drug dealer, and them trying to make sure the body's not found. Basically, it's one of those situations that literally could have been resolved with a phone call to the police. Anyway, to get things started, first and foremost, I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that I liked about the movie, and then I'm going to get into all of the issues that I have with it. And for starters, the acting's not bad. Julianne Moore does a good job playing this mother. This woman who just wants to help her daughter out, help her family out, the whole 9 yards. She's got a lot of stress on her, balancing that along with her life as a farmer and, some traumatic issues she's having. And Julianne Moore does a good job with that. Donald Gleason does a good job playing the drug dealer. He's very intense in this film, and I really wish that he had brought that energy to Star Wars, but Disney didn't let him. Also, Sydney Sweeney, holy crap, talk about a performance. Sydney Sweeney, I've mentioned this before, and I'll say again, she is a good actress. But what she does in this movie is beyond anything I've seen her do. She really comes across as this vulnerable young woman who, has a drug addiction problem and just wants to do better. But also at the same time, she's dealing with this really traumatic event. When she accidentally killed a person. She is responsible for someone's death. On top of that, tonally speaking, I do think that they had the right tone and pacing with this film. It's not supposed to be a very fast movie. It's supposed to be a little bit on the slow side. And I think they, actually accomplished that. And it's a very dark film, undeniably. And it needed to be dark. So they at least got that right. The story, on the other hand, is kind of a different story. The story of this movie, it's very paint by numbers, and what they do add that's a little bit original, it just doesn't make sense, because it's very out of place for the type of story that they had created. It just kind of happens. On top of that, everything bad that happens after the whole accidental death thing, so literally the own character's faults. Many of the situations in this film would have been resolved very easily with like a phone call to the police or Julianne Moore's character having a firearm on her. Because what farmer in America doesn't own a firearm? I'm dead serious. What farmer in America does not own a firearm? I'm pretty sure they all do. Because wild animals getting into the crops or killing the chickens, that's not good. On top of that, owning a firearm is just the state of the world. It's just a necessity at this point. It's the character's own acts of stupidity that literally causes everything to happen. It's not something that's out of their control. An example of that would be the movie Sinners. Everything in Sinners is just out of the main character's control. They're doing the best that they can. It's just crap happened. With this movie's case, though, with Echo Valley's case, it's the lead character's own stupidity that causes everything. And it's just hard to root for a character like that. On top of that, they also added in things that, you can tell they just simply added them in for brownie points. As virtue signals. Like Julianne Moore's character being gay. Okay. She could have easily been straight, and it would not have made a single bit of difference. Would have explained more if she was widowed and her, dead spouse was a husband, because they have a daughter. But instead, no, her daughter's father, someone she divorced a long time ago, that only appears in one scene, and you never see or hear from him again. And she divorced him because, oh hey, guess what? She's gay. Like I said, her being gay did not make any difference at all. And if anything, overcomplicated the situation in the movie. Now, how's the movie entertainment-wise? It's kind of boring. There's a whole lot of nothing going on, as if they're trying to pad out the runtime to make sure that the film is over 90 minutes. A movie that's a little under 90 minutes or exactly 90 minutes is not bad. It's definitely a lot more appealing than adding in unnecessary scenes of people just doing nothing or having conversations that last too long, or, incorporating scenes that also amount to nothing. It's a lot more appealing that way. It's a lot more appealing to just simply have it be a little under 90 minutes or exactly 90 minutes than adding all of that crap just to, make sure it's an hour 40 or something like that. So guys, at the end of the day, Echo Valley, it's another bad Apple TV movie. I don't know why, but I have been enjoying their TV shows more than their movies, But, yeah, I'll give credit where credit's due. The acting's good, and they at least had the right tone and pacing, but at the end of the day, it was just boring. Everything about this movie could have been resolved very easily if the lead character was not an idiot and the story was just not as engaging as it wanted to be. I'm going to give Echo Valley a 3. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Brensky will return.